With the longevity we're seeing, LeBron, 38 years old, still playing the game, still operating at a high level. You think that's something that's possible for a lot of players?
It is. It is.
What does it take?
Sacrifice, man. He sacrificed his whole life, and look what he's got him to the top of everything. He's at the top of the scoring list. He's at the top of the assists, at the top of. He's doing everything the proper way. And so it's like, if you take that same mindset, that same plan that LeBron is doing, all of us can be successful that way. And it may not be basketball, that may not be our passion or whatever it may be, but whatever we do it wholeheartedly. You see that you can accomplish anything and you can do it with longevity by somebody like LeBron and the stuff that he's doing, you know? So big shout out to LeBron. I'm proud of him. We done had our moments, you know, on the court, played against each other. I was the only person, me and the Magic, to beat LeBron and the Cavs. Remember that? The Magic. But now I'm really proud of LeBron, man. Right. I remember, it's crazy, the day before Kobe, the night before Kobe died, we were in Philly. And it was the night that LeBron broke the Kobe, so he passed Kobe for the scoring record.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting in the locker room and I was watching him do his interview and I was like, man, I'm gonna wait till he finished doing his interview and I just wanna tell him that I'm real proud of him. I've been playing against LeBron since I was 15. And our first game was against him in Houston. He was in a little older group, the 16-year-olds, and we was 15. And I remember not knowing who LeBron was, and after that game, everybody knew who LeBron was, and it was like, you know, to see him go from there, then the ABCD camp, and then all the way to being the best scorer in the NBA history and one of the greatest players to ever play. Big shout out and props to LeBron.
Yeah, shout out LeBron. They said he spends $2 million on his body a year.
I thought it was $1 million.
$1 million?
I thought it was $1 million.
LeBron, why don't you come up and tell us?
I used to do that a lot, spend almost the same amount with everything I was doing for my body. And I understand that you got to have somebody for everything, you know, and that's important.
There's a chef.
You got to have a chef,
strength and conditioning coach.
What
else?
You got to have somebody from. They don't like that word, masseuse.
No,
that's kind of like a bad word. Basketball.
Body touches.
That's worse. Body touches.
What they say? It's therapists,
therapists, physical therapists.
Masseuse is kind of like nasty time. That's like,
oh, well, okay. My apologies. Give a shoulder rub and touchies, nigga. That's what that is.
But you gotta have, you know, everything. There's a guy who in the league now who does this like blood, some type of crap. They like spin your blood. It's illegal. I mean, not illegal, but it's legal. Mm-hmm. They like spin your blood and it kind of helps you recover faster. But it's like,
it's illegal in boxing, right?
No, it's legal. You can do it in all sports.
Wait, didn't Kobe? Like they put your blood in the centrifuge and
it's like this
the
machine
plasma.
You can take. That's PRP.
Okay.
Not PRP. It's another machine that they take your blood out, and then they put more protein and good, you know, stuff, oxygen back in it, and then yeah. So it's just a lot of things that athletes can do to kind of keep their body right. And none of this stuff is bad. All this stuff is legal.
What's the type of food y'all eat though?
Actually, when I was in my prime, I was eating so bad sometimes.
Oh man.
Even though I had a chef, but I was like, before games, it was McDonald's.
Jordan was too.
Jordan ate like shit too. 2 double cheeseburgers, large fry, small fry, large drink, and like a milkshake before the game.
Before the game.
Yeah, my teammates made sure I got it. It was like, yo, we got to make sure he get his
McDonald's
carbs before the game.
Get all the carbs.
Yeah, that was it. Wow. So, but when you get older, it catch up. Catch up. So.
Is it true too that y'all, like a lot of y'all would train on like way above sea level? Because of the lack of oxygen up there,
Yeah, I
you
would
come
go to
back down to
Aspen.
sea level, you perform better.
I would go to Aspen. I would go and train in Aspen for like a month or whatever every summer. And that'll kind of help me get my wind up and everything like that. So when I do come back, I would never get tired. So my routine was like I would get on the treadmill 48 minutes, since that's how long you play in the game. So I'm running the treadmill 48 minutes. After I got done doing that, then I'm on the court and I'm working out. Then I'm doing sprints. And after sprints, then I'm going to play. So we in the gym most of the whole day. Then after that is recovery. But now the most important thing, besides being in the gym all day, is recovery. So I think that's why LeBron probably spend most of the money on is the recovery and stuff like that. Because the muscle memory is there. He know how to shoot, all that stuff. Now when he go in the gym, it's about perfecting each little craft, the different moves, his favorite little look-off move where you do like that and shoot.
Yeah.
All those things is things that he's crafting when he's going in the gym because he done already did the recovery.
Does that work on the court?
What's
I mean,
that?
it works on the court, but the rest of us, we see that shit coming a mile away when he go like this.
It be funny. I be making jokes about it all the time. He be mad as hell. He making fun of me. You see him over here killing. But he just be doing that. I be like, I know they see this coming. Y'all ain't fucking. I be mad as hell for the other team. Like, bro, hey, man, come on, man. He telling you he about to
Right
shoot.
there, it's like, I'm gonna shoot this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he just ain't looking at the ball. And
Shit.
no, man, hey, he cold. I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him.
Gotta give it to him.
Between him, there's been a lot of players that are so gifted, like offensively and some of the moves and stuff. It's just like Bron and stuff he be doing. I just be laughing. Like, I know he didn't just try this in the game. Like, he'd just try some stuff. He'd be like, did he really just try this? He just ran down the court and shot a left, like crazy shots. And I'm like, he crazy. But
it goes in. It works.
It go in and it works.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't be afraid to try it. Get out on the court and let it all out. That's the only way you get better, and that's how you grow.
That's how he closed out the Raptors. I remember he ran out the court. It was like, crazy.
What was your reason from trading from like 6 different teams to 6 different teams?
So the Magic, after we went to the finals, they kind of changed the team. They traded a lot of the players. So I was like, damn, we just made it to the finals. Why would
they do that?
I don't know.
Trade these players? So what I just told them I wanted to leave, start fresh, start over. And they said, all right, well, where do you want to go? I told them I wanted to go to Brooklyn Nets. This is when I was with the Magic. And so what the Magic told me was if I signed over my ETO, it's my early termination, they would send me to Brooklyn at the end of the year. And they ended up sending me to LA, to the Lakers. I never really wanted to go to the Lakers then. But it wasn't like a decision to go to these different teams. It was just, I felt the best team for me at that time was, obviously, I wanted to go to Brooklyn. That didn't happen. So I went to the Lakers. And when I saw James Harden, I looked at him like a younger version of Kobe. I don't know why I was thinking that. No disrespect to James. I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but I was thinking at the time, me and James could be like a new version of Kobe and Shaq, because he's the young 2-guard that's coming up in the league. I'm the older center that's been dominating. So I'm like, man, maybe we got a chance. And the furthest we got was the Western Conference Finals, but I feel like we wasn't on the page like we needed to. But, if I could have stayed in some spots longer, I definitely would have. I think the Lakers' decision was solely based on, I felt like me and James was going to be better at that time. And me and Kobe, we could have figured that out. I think we left a lot of shit out on the table. We could have figured that out.
Do you feel like you would have had a ring if you would have went elsewhere?
I feel like if I would have stayed in LA, I think a lot of the narratives would have changed around about me.
Yeah.
I think me leaving and not saying anything about anything, it gave the other media voice to speak on my behalf and say what they felt.
Right.
And since I didn't say nothing, now people got this whole misconception about, oh, he couldn't handle the spotlight. He didn't want to be here because
that's that
of this,
unchecked
that, and
lie
third.
becoming the truth.
Yeah, so I didn't really say anything about it, and I should have stepped up, and I should have manned up and said something. But you know, looking back on it, you know, if I would have sat down and really thought about my decisions without being in my emotions, I probably would have stayed probably in LA at that time.
It's Hoffa, trapper turned smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.